Welcome to the off-campus versus on-campus living tutorial. Getting an on-campus apartment is an appealing option for many college students. However, as with everything, there are always advantages and disadvantages. You have your freedoms, but you also have your responsibilities. It's important to get all the facts before you sign that first lease. Sometimes the cost of living off-campus can start to add up quickly. Here are a list of things to take into consideration when thinking about moving off-campus. Key points to remember: know when your rent is due and the length of your lease agreement, and make sure there are no hidden clauses. Security deposit is usually the first month's rent and is used for damages that could happen in the apartment. Here are some examples of what average rent costs may be for a year or month living in two areas that Loyola students most frequently live in. You may need to think about additional costs for your utilities. Living on campus can be a lot more carefree. Here you will see the average cost for living in the residence halls. Residence halls are fully furnished, give you an easy commute to classes, more accessibility to campus activities, one charge for your meals and utilities each term. Take notice that the cost for residence halls is not that much different than the apartment's cost. This will show you the comparison of the cost of your meal plan for a month to what we estimate the average student spends buying groceries when living off campus. There are other factors to consider in your costs and things to think about when living in an off-campus apartment. Will you have access to a car to get on campus? If you do, how much is that going to cost you? Do you have enough money to cover any unexpected expenses? Here is an average comparison of cost of your expenses, whether you decide to live in or off campus. Your average budget cost each semester or quarter is used to estimate your tuition, fees, housing, books, travel, and personal expenses. You can borrow additional alternative loans or Parent Plus loans to help cover these costs to live off campus. If your financial aid, loans, grants, etc., exceed your tuition and fee costs, you'll receive an excess credit refund each semester. Be prepared to finance the first month of each term, since refunds do not begin to be processed until the third week of classes. As a final note, if your budget does not equal to the expenses that you have while living off campus, you may consider submitting a budget appeal in order to increase your borrowing capacity. Determine what you can afford. Make a list of expenses and projected costs to help make your decision. Make a pro versus con list to think about: is living off campus going to really save me money? Do I have roommates that I can trust to move off campus? Is it going to be easy for me to get back and forth to campus? And do I want that independence of living off campus? Contact us in the Office of Student Financial Assistance to help you with individual questions or any other issues related to on-campus versus off-campus. Thanks for viewing our tutorial.